mugshot. Okay, well, I guess I'm Caleb today because he's out of town. Is that correct?
No, you have crossed a line.
Dude, just stop. I know what you're going to say.
You have crossed a line.
You haven't even seen the footage of the show yet.
I don't care. What I have seen is photo evidence of your lips on my girlfriend's face.
First of all, not your girlfriend. Our girlfriend. Second of all,
that could be construed a few different ways depending on who you ask.
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
She is in love with me.
That is absolutely not true.
It's a big fact. I went up there to meet up with Tiffany, and you were supposed to meet us there.
I know.
And you didn't.
I know.
And that is on you, not me.
I don't know if I can rock this. Does this look all right?
You look
dumb as
yeah,
That's
you look
what
like
I
an
thought.
idiot.
I don't like it.
You look
I'm not. It's not for me. Or it's not shaped right. You gave me a defective one, Gary, which figures. You're setting me up for failure so you can swoop in and steal our girlfriend.
that was the leftover hat that got crushed.
all to yourself. So I get it now.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, it's going on the set for good. Right on the crown. There it is. There's a paddle. There's a crown. We just collect shit over here. Anyway, I was supposed to be there, and I got mortally injured.
Yeah, what the happened anyways? You went to the hospital.
I did. So I was in Salt Lake, and was supposed to fly out Friday morning to Dallas, land at around 1 o'clock, head to you fools, who you were late as hell anyway, so wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, it was an entire
You were a
late.
day late. You
We
asshole.
were busy with the show, man.
So I was in a rush at the office and was injecting my TRT, and
Oh yeah.
and I had just thrown my leg up on the stool or whatever, and I just shoved it in and plunged it as fast as I could, and like threw everything away and like got out of there, not thinking anything of it. But what I had done is gone way too low on my thigh, and all of it drained into my knee joint,
Yeah.
which then caused my knee joint to completely inflame and swell and fill with fluid.
And you couldn't walk.
I couldn't move. Like, I couldn't move my leg. Like, because my whole knee joint swelled, like, from the inside, so it just pushed it out to the skin, and it sucked.
Yeah, and then it worked out for me.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
It worked out for me. I'm in the hospital with my knee exploding, and you kissed my girlfriend, and it worked out for you.
Not your girlfriend. Also, that's your fault that you shouldn't have done drugs.
Listen, Tiffany is my girlfriend.
Nope.
How do you know?
Not anymore.
I haven't heard anything. No, to be honest, I haven't heard anything. She hasn't answered.
No, dude, she's awesome, dude. So we were supposed to go up there Friday, and Joel and I had to get the DreamCon episode out, and which DreamCon, for anybody that doesn't know what that is, it's a black anime convention where people cosplay as
That is
different
ran
characters.
by somebody named Knight Rider,
or something like that.
Night
Like
Scraper.
some sort of like a
You had
black
to-
streamer.
You had to go to a hotel, to a specific room.
Oh, you're talking about Midnight.
Midnight.
Okay, so look, let's start off with this then. DreamCon is a black anime cosplay convention. We went to that for episode 4 of Street Gonzo. So I got a new show that is on Drinking Bros, right? Every Friday,
amazing,
5
by the
p.m. And how would you describe it? And then I'll give my interpretation.
Oh, it's Dave Attell's Insomniac, but with a completely crazy person. Have you watched it yet?
I saw 2 episodes.
It's good.
I would
What'd you
describe
think?
it. Dirtbag yells at public.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's Man on the Street meets Hunter S. Thompson meets a jet crash landing that you got to pilot with a gun to your head. That's what this show is. It's out of control. So Dan told me, this is how it came to be. Dan told me that he wanted us to meet. Dan asked me to do a 3-minute segment for fake news of Man on the Street. So Joel and I went downtown. There was nobody there on a Tuesday. And we just ended up shooting a trailer for a fake TV show. We just thought it was funny. We brought it back. They played it on the show. They didn't know what we had. And Ross goes, "We asked you to do street interviews, and this is what you came to us with? We love it." And so we went, so they were like, "Yeah, go back out and actually get street interviews done." So we went back out on Thursday downtown, and as we were recording, Joel is a editor, a genius editor. He's worked on Hollywood films. He sold a movie to one of the Beastie Boys called Bellflower at Sundance, and just because he has that independent creative ID,
Joel worked on Bellflower. That's how
his
Ross.
movie.
That's how Ross knows him.
That's his movie.
That's how Ross knows Jesse.
I know. It's crazy. So Joel was basically like, he was like, "Dude, let's just record an entire pilot." So we recorded all night. We went, totally gonzo on it. We got back at like 4 a.m, and then 2 days later, Joel didn't tell me he was going to do this, but he just had a 13-minute pilot, and we showed Ross, and Ross said, "This is insane. Let's run with it and do a flyer on it."
Well, it's doing good.
Yeah,
You're getting views.
Yeah, but I think Dan and Ross are worried that Joel's going to die. Seriously.
Joel is already dead.
No, Dan had a sit down with us the other day, and he's like, "Look, I'm not worried about Gary because he's so far beyond the pale insane that, he's not going to die. He's nothing bad's going to happen. He'll just take more speed and keep going. But Joel, we're worried about you." They actually had a sit down with him like that. And then I said, "I don't care." Dan yelled at me. It kind of scared me. And then we're right back where we were before.
What? Dan yelled at you?
Yeah.
How was it?
I walked out of a meeting.
Why?
I didn't. I thought the meeting was over.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to go smoke a cigarette, and he was like, "Listen." And then I was like, "Oh, shit." I hadn't slept, dude.
You deserved that.
We haven't been sleeping. But, yeah, dude, so...
Why don't you try it sometime?
We don't have time. But we work in 80 hours a week.
Are you closer to a shower?
Asshole.
What?
No.
What? I'm asking. Have you gotten any closer in the last 3 months to getting a shower?
It's a hell of a thing for you to say to me at a time like this. Do I look like I've showered?
Absolutely
You kind of
not.
do.
No. Right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. And you know what else?
What?
I f***ed my arm up, too.
Wow.
I have no idea how.
Well, maybe while you're down, I'll be sure to run
I was
along
injecting
and
TRT, dude.
kiss a bunch of your girlfriends.
Whatever, dude. I don't have any girlfriends. Tiffany's in love with me, though. So, yeah, we went to the stockyards and met up with Tiff and Laser and all that shit. It was
You
insane.
suplexed her into her own pool?
We threw her into the pool. And then we saw a fight, and this dude got just sucker punched, bleeding out of his mouth. His tooth was all loose. It's good shit.
That's all on the next episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
throwing Tiffany in the pool?
You're really upset about this. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm going to take her to the Marine Corps ball.
No, you're not. We're going to the Marine Corps ball. You're not invited.
Dude, the cop that pulled me over in the second episode, he commented on the episode.
Was it a good comment, though?
Kind of.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, I know you had a gun in your car, by the way. And don't speed on my roads anymore."
You're like, yeah.
I said, "Hey, dude, let's do a ride-along episode. I'll never speed again."
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. What?
But that's a lie.
Yeah.
All right, so DreamCon, you go to this black anime convention. This is episode 3, right?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
3, I think. 4's
No,
tonight.
3 was the strip club.
Oh, okay. And
And that was
they
insane,
won't let you
too.
in.
Yeah,
and you have to go see somebody at another hotel in a weird room. How did you even get this map to this character that
I don't know,
gave you
dude.
badges to DreamCon?
We went there because we met these chicks. We were promoting Hard AF, and we met these girls outside of a Home Depot, and they told us about DreamCon. We showed up. They were sold out. I called Dan. Dan tried to go on their website and find scalp tickets or something. He couldn't find any. And just by happenstance, Texas Tay, the guy that I run trains with
Run trains.
run trains.
Yeah, you guys are like professional conductors.
Yeah, choo-choo.
United States Railroad.
This isn't a boat hat. This is a train conductor's hat.
Never any
Snakes.
slithery
Speaking of
snakes.
which, I need to get rid of the snake. I don't have time to take care of it anymore. I'm gonna give it to my ex-girlfriend and weasel my way back in there. But so
Not if I get there first.
you probably it wouldn't be hard. But I love her. So Tay called me just by happenstance, and he was out like on a bender at like 11 a.m. just hammered, and he's like, "What are you doing, man? The woman that loves me is left me or some bullshit, right?" He's all in his light skinned feelings, you know. And
There's an estimated 1 million veterans that currently receive care through the VA that report smoking, and over 52% of them have expressed interest in wanting to quit. Yet many of these veterans have tried to quit smoking but were unsuccessful, and they refuse to inform them on all the pathways to quitting, failing to authorize innovative products, and even misleading veterans on alternative nicotine products. E-cigarettes have been found to be 95% less harmful than normal cigarettes. Yet the VA is making claims that e-cigarettes and vapes are causing cancer. SmokelessVets.org exists to aid veterans and their families in the path to quitting smoking by providing access to information, education, and lower risk nicotine products. Our mission is to cut the number of veterans who smoke in half by the year 2035. Visit SmokelessVets.org.
And he hits me up. He's like, "I'm right by the homeless shelter." So we go pick him up. He says he can get us in because he's black. That was all he based this on. We get up to the front. He tries to scalp tickets. I don't know what happened there because we didn't hear it, but he comes back and all he said was, "Go to the Hilton, go to the 4th floor, ask for midnight." And he got us in. We got tickets to the thing that was sold out. And then we went in and interviewed a bunch of people. I met this chick. Her Instagram's Ish McFly. She's 4'9", and when we go to Atlanta in a week and a half-ish, she's going to tour us through Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she told me there's these things called Titty Fights, underground titty fights that we might try to go and catch on camera.
Underground titty fights.
Yeah, I would show you the footage, but we wouldn't be able to play it.
Yeah.
But it's basically these women sit down, you know, like it's in like a Fight Club type situation, you know.
You're in a sewer.
And there's a bunch of people sitting around a chair. And there's just a black woman in a chair with big titties hanging out, bare titties. And there's another black woman standing up next to her with bare titties, just slapping her in the face with her tits. So we might do that.
How do you win something like that?
I don't know. I bet you it's like power slap, where you get knocked out or something. I don't know how that works. They tap out, maybe? I mean, they're big tits.
What are the after parties like at the underground titty fights?
We'll find out.
Like, these are the questions. What dates are you going to Atlanta?
August 31st and September 1st.
Oh, damn. I'll probably be there like the 9th and 10th.
Of September?
Yeah.
I'll link you up with old girl. But, yeah, man. So, we'll do that. I think we're going to... Have you heard of Dragon Con?
I'm not sure. I've heard of a lot of cons. I mean, I'm not
a
big... Dude, you know what? You should go to a pageant.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Like a Miss USA bullshit.
Yeah, and
like interview like college-aged like idiots that are in the whole pageant world.
No,
like,
we should.
How dumb is the pageant world?
We should go to like a pageant, like a kids pageant.
What's
where
even
there's with the crazy moms?
Yeah, you get the crazy moms, but
Yeah,
you
we
don't
would
wanna
blur
put
all the kids out. I'm not going to interview the kids.
No. Just go to, it's even worse. Go to them when they're grown up. They're still the same pageant kids. It's the same people.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, what the is a pageant for? Like, is it literally just to wear a sash and say that you're Miss Alabama and you get invited to parades every once in a while? Like,
I mean, it's like kind of like Victoria's Secret, I guess. It's
how is a
modeling.
pageant like Victoria's Secret?
It's a talent
That's
show.
an underwear company.
No, I'm saying that's not what I'm saying. It's like a talent show where it's entertainment, JT. That's why I want to go to the ones with the kids because they're exploiting their children. I want to interview those women like, hey, why do you think it's okay to exploit your children and set these unrealistic
But I don't even
standards?
think the new age pageants. What are the talents? Is it just body physique? Is it Because you used to have to like get up and like, if you could change the world in one way, how would you do it?
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been to one. I don't know anything about it.
See, it's time you crack the case. You need to go to a pageant. You need to go to the gathering of the Juggalos.
I got that on the list.
Like that's imperative. You should go to Portland. You should go to.
We're going to
you should
Portland.
go to Chop.
Yeah, that's on the list. We're going to Chicago, Atlanta, Detroit, Portland, and then South Padre. Fort Worth was the first stop on the tour. It was kind of a test run. Hans was there. We ran into him, Hans Kim.
Yeah,
and Laser and all that. It's insane, dude. I had a blast. But the problem was we shot the whole thing we didn't sleep for 2 days, so I was like totally fried. But all those cowboys up there are nuts, dude. Have you been to the stockyards?
Yeah,
I never had ever. It's
a little wild.
Yeah,
like it's a lot of wild. What? Well, what else? What else? Other than the locations, I mean, I know you're following the boys on the Hard AF tour, but I mean, there's some funny things that you could embed into. Like, you should go to Burning Man.
that would be sick.
That would be hilarious, but
Yeah.
you would kill Joel.
Joel's pretty good, man. He's able to hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's crazy as me. He'll follow me around. He's fearless. He didn't give a
You're probably going to die doing the show, which is great because, I mean, look at all this good HD footage that Dave is archiving of you that probably gets deleted after the episode uploads. So, I mean, we probably won't have anything.
Yeah, this is definitely getting deleted.
Yeah, I kind of had a hunch.
Joe, is it even recording?
Yours isn't.
You guys create a fantastic atmosphere here.
Listen, we're just trying to build you up, man. But in order to build you up, we have to break you down to zero.
I'm way below zero.
There's no way you're below zero. You were below zero 5 months ago.
Dude, I'm just
when
glad.
you didn't listen.
No, you listen. You remember back in the day when I would drink like a Coors Light at 1 p.m. in the afternoon while I was working?
And guess what? You didn't have a TV show then.
Yeah.
You have a TV show now.
Yeah.
So
all I have is a failing podcast.
You're not at zero.
No, I'm it's going good, dude. I'm psyched.
You're psyched. You're out there kissing people's girlfriends, throwing them in pools.
Yeah.
I mean, she does love us. Oh, wow. Is there something that you know that I don't?
You guys are making me want to relapse.
All right. Like, we need to send you to Disneyland. You'll get kicked.
You can't record there.
Yeah, you'll get kicked.
I already asked
Disneyland.
Ross.
All
I
right,
also was thinking about faking my death at the end of the year so I could take some time off, but that's illegal apparently.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, Ross told me I couldn't do it, and he didn't care that I fired a handgun on the property, so.
Who did? Who told you couldn't do that?
That was good. That was a good one.
That was a good clip, though. Yeah, the editing on this is fun. And we actually have our Tampa trip is done, so we could watch that today, I guess, when the boys...
Oh, yeah. And that guy died.
I know.
That was insane.
We did have that whole ordeal go down. But that one's going to be fun. I mean, I had him edit it like yours pretty much, so where it's nothing but
just chaos.
Funny shit and chaos.
Was it like 5 minutes? Probably.
It's almost 8. It's like
really?
6 or 8 or something.
Well,
like
we
that.
pretty much did shit nonstop that whole trip.
It's really busy.
You know, that was the only vacation I've taken in like years.
That was a
wasn't
vacation?
to go see my kid. That's how I took it that way.
I mean, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Went out on the boat. We that chick Miranda. You remember when I was like, hey, I'm kind of scared of sharks. She's like, don't be. And then 5 minutes later, I was looking at her leg, and there's this giant,
Or her leg got bitten off.
by a
Today's episode is brought to you by Mando. Traveling and trying to stay fresh is a headache. Do I have what I need? Will it fit? I hate it. I simplified my travel with Mando's 4-in-1 acidified cleansing bar. That's right, certified acidified cleansing bar. It's a 5-ounce bar that does the work of shampoo, deodorant, face wash, and even body wash. Hell, you could even brush your teeth with it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Because it's acidified, it stops odor right at the source and makes sure that you don't smell like a creep. What's acidified mean? I have no idea, but I'm sure a doctor created that word, and because a doctor created it, I'm all for it. And at the end of the day, because it's so small, I now have more room in my luggage for even more packs of hot dogs. And you can get it in 3 yummy scents: Mount Fuji, Bourbon Leather, and Pro Sport. Sadly, no hot dogs on this one. And if you want to try Mando and enjoy it as much as I have, well, I have a special offer for TFP listeners. The Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers, and with the code PIE, that gives you $5 off. That's 40% off your order. So go to shopmando.com, and don't forget, use the code PIE. And that's shopmando.com, and use the code PIE, and stop smelling bad.
Sharks. She's like, nobody's scared of sharks. She's carrying her leg around like it's no big deal. It's insane, dude.
Well, she's a charter
She's
captain.
crazy. She did Naked and Afraid.
She's about to go again.
Oh, she is?
heads out. Yeah, she heads out in the next couple months for the 40 day.
What was the first one?
It's like 15 or 20.
Holy shit.
It's 2 weeks, and then now it's
Literally in the woods.
month
living.
plus. Oh yeah,
That
it's
is
someplace
fucking crazy.
gnarly too. Like they're either going to Africa or South America or Central.
She could get like malaria legitimately.
Oh yeah, or
Yeah,
get
that's
eaten
fucking
by
nuts.
like a puma. No one would know.
The only
But we got to spend a great time with her on the boat.
yeah, she's a badass.
She is. I mean, she's like a free diver too, dude.
Oh yeah.
Spearfisher, like she is like the female hot version of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Dude, that's another thing I would never do is go
Fuck Captain Jack
go
Sparrow.
like super deep sea fishing or anything like that because
What's super?
I'm scared of sharks. You know what I mean? Like going with a spear gun or something like that, or going swimming with sharks, photographing sharks. Shit like
yeah,
that.
I have no desire to be in the water.
That's insane.
Just because I just don't care for it.
When I see people do that, I wonder are they worried about getting eaten?
Not really.
No, because are sharks not as vicious as what I'm thinking they are?
No, I mean they're not like. You got to think of it like they want to eat something easy, and if they're looking at something that's the size of them, that's not necessarily going to be easy. Like they want a a nice salmon like this. So it's like they're not generally, unless it's like a territory thing or
Then how come there's shark attacks? What causes that?
hunger. Like you move a certain way. Like it's a lot of surfers, and surfers wear the wetsuits, which make them look like a seal.
No shit. I never thought about that.
Like, yeah, most shark attacks.
Does Pastrana does he surf?
No, I mean he can. But. What did you have a shark fact?
Well, I mean, look at the way the surfers are dressed. They kind of deserve it.
In wetsuits?
Yeah.
Surfing is a weird world.
Yeah, I don't like. I've watched some clips of surfing on the Olympics, and admittedly, I don't know anything about surfing, but it looks like they all did exactly the same performance. Like, cool, you rode the wave, awesome.
I mean, we can say that about almost everything in the Olympics too. Like the judging anything trick based or anything like it's
that's all
it's
super
made up-
subjective and weird.
Yeah, it's a subjective made up matrix that
Like, especially with like skateboarding or snowboarding in the Olympics, they should literally be playing a game of skate.
yeah.
Like, I did this,
Now
replicate
you
it.
do it. Yeah.
Not, I put together this performance. Judges tell me if like my 9.7
it's a 90.
is good enough.
Yeah. How do you figure that? Like, but it's all broken down, and every skater has a different purview that says, oh, well, a backside lip slide's harder than a frontside blunt side.
Right.
Well, no, backside lip side's harder. All right. Well, which
Right.
one's worth
Like,
more
it's just
points?
not measurable. Like, if you have two
Yeah.
people running next to each other, someone crosses the line first.
Yeah. Yeah.
In skateboarding, ice skating, snowboarding, any of these like subjective sports, it's just
That's why I like racing.
weird.
It's like racing that is.
We should go to a rally. Those rally
Dude,
races.
there's a rally in October, and I'm competing.
I put,
so
yeah,
you guys
mark that
could
down.
run
You're
in
actually
and-
driving and everything?
Yeah, I'll be driving.
That'd
I
be
can
fucking
take you
awesome.
in the car.
Dude, I could cover that Fear and Loathing style. You know
That'd
what I
be
mean?
fun,
Literally.
dude. We can get you a dirt bike and give you some goggles, and that's how you show up. And you just got to be on the dirt bike the whole time.
Yeah. I don't know how to ride bikes, though.
Well, it looks like we
just get like a little pit bike that's
cut
automatic.
to a montage. We have a few of them,
teaching me how to do it. That'd be sick.
Yeah. But Texas Tay has to be here,
Oh, dude, my
and
African
Taylor
guide.
Tippett has to come.
Don't say that name.
For me.
She hates you, dude.
No, she doesn't.
Nah, she doesn't.
I don't think she does.
Nah, I don't know if she does.
I don't know either.
I don't want to talk about that.
I hit her up last week just saying hi. It was pretty warm, I think.
Dude, Tay saved the day on that episode.
Oh yeah,
It was
getting you guys
crazy.
into the thing.
Black people are easy to talk to, though.
They want to talk.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, I put some fake tits on just because it was a black cosplay convention.
I don't know how that correlates.
So I know that here's the thought process there. Black people on camera are always more willing to shoot the shit,
Show
and,
emotion.
and have fun. Right. They're way more fun to talk to. And I knew that if I went to a black cosplay convention that that I would get good reactions out of it. So I was, cosplaying as a woman basally, and then I would
Not really, you're
ask
just a
people.
man with tits.
I was asking people if I could go into the women's bathroom.
Oh, that was
and
great,
shit, dude.
because they were like, no.
No, most of them said no. There was a couple people that were like, "Yeah, I don't see why not." And but I remember why that didn't make the cut, dude. The amount of footage that doesn't make it into the show that's gnarly is insane. It's nuts, man. We cut 15 minutes out of that with Caleb. Caleb and I went down to. Well, I met him with.
That should be a whole nother show.
So I'm going to start putting all the deleted segments and behind the scenes on the Patreon. That's because there's no way it'd be a 35-minute episode.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not have a 35-minute episode?
Yeah, why not? Everybody's allowed to watch whatever they want.
So I don't want to, Dave.
Wow.
Well, enjoy not being successful.
You're the one that's going to have to enjoy it.
I'm having a great time.
You don't look like it.
No, I'm exhausted.
Why?
It's not fun doing this. I'm doing this for the people.
You have your own show.
No, it's great, dude. But yeah, I just figured I'd get good reactions out of it and ask about the bathroom shit, but I don't know. It was cool though. Everybody grabbed the tits. A lot of people without asking.
Very, very handsy they were with it.
You know what I thought about after the fact?
What?
I think I should have got black tits.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't be like blackface, but it'd be black tits.
Yeah, but it'd be more respectable, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
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 What's coming up in Austin lately? Anything? Anybody cool coming to town? What do we got going on? I've got a concert on September 28th in Pensacola at the Handlebar. Tickets go on sale very soon. They won't be many for very long. Get them.
Wait, is that where we went? Where did we go
we went to Tampa, brother.
How far is that from Pensacola?
About 4.5 hours. Why?
Dude, I got an idea.
Okay, what is it?
I want Danny Duncan to teach me how to ride a dirt bike.
I'm sure he could.
He's cool as hell, dude. He's sober too.
He is. He's always been sober.
Yeah. Yeah, always. That's incredible.
But
That's the only way I can do the show. If I was drinking still, it'd be all up. You know what I mean? It'd be I wouldn't get anything done.
no,
And
you'd sleep
yeah.
a lot. But why does Danny Duncan need to teach you? We have dirt bikes here. We can teach you how to ride a dirt bike.
Because I asked you.
Yeah, and I said no.
Well, yeah, that's the answer.
Well, now I'm saying I said yes.
Okay, teach me how to ride a dirt bike, dude. I'm down.
Nah, probably not.
Okay.
No, actually, the Trans Am's getting delivered today, so we are going to open the garage up and pull some cars out. And
Trans Am.
yeah,
What are you talking about?
my Firebird.
Oh,
The old 1974. You ready for it?
Is that the one from the movie, that show?
Yeah.
What was wrong with it?
It got completely restored.
Whoa, really?
What
That's
was wrong
badass.
with it after it got restored the first time?
Oh, that's a long list, brother. Like,
Would you recommend that mechanic team again?
no, ma'am. No, ma'am. There was, I don't even think the engine was in the car.
Well, they were working out of a 2002 Chevy Suburban in your driveway.
True.
So,
Well,
misplaced faith on that one.
you live and you learn sometimes. You live and you learn, right? Why don't you go pal around with Zeus one day in San Antonio?
That'd be sick.
That
too.
sounds like he could get you into a lot of weird underground San Antonio shit.
You know what I want to do is go to Fiesta and...
Yeah, but that's a year away.
Well, yeah, I mean, we already have the next, 3 months mapped out, basically. Because this tour is... We're going until Thanksgiving, and then we're going to take a break because it's not sustainable at all. There's no way... You can't produce a 16-minute, short... It's basically a TV show every week with 2 people.
You can.
We have been, but it's not... We can't keep doing it for a year straight.
You just trim it down. You get better at the shooting and editing to the point where you're just dumping it in.
Yeah, but we still have jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm working 80 hours a week. I'm not kidding. And I'm not exaggerating that. It's this whole operation
Have you
is
started
fueled
your
by speed.
new job?
I had a phone call today.
Has it begun?
Yeah, I got to sign the contract, and then we'll be bueno.
Wow. You just got to sign the contract.
Yeah.
Well, get to signing.
Yep.
And let us have your soul.
God damn it, dude.
So then what? I mean, this is going to get shopped. This show's going to get shopped. If Hulu,
Do you
picks
think
it
it will? For real?
up, I mean, I see somebody like Hulu picking it up. Why? Why wouldn't they? It's so cheap to make. There's nobody's doing anything.
It's
like
it's pretty not PC.
Yeah, I know. I think people are leaning the other way now that stuff is actually popular.
That'd be insane if things really did switch that much. I've always just accepted the fact that any mainstream media outlet or massive Hollywood production company,
Yeah, but the
won't
streaming
pick up
services
anything
now
that
are
I'm in.
looking for things that are cost effective and keeps the subscription. So it's like, how can they keep generating new content? Because you have this giant war going on in the back end. In the last 2 years, you've had HBO and Max fold into one. So you've got Paramount Plus, you got Max, you got Apple Plus, you got Netflix, you got Hulu. And those are pretty much your goldens, like your main ones. You still have Discovery and Disney and all that horse shit, but I wouldn't call them like the big dogs.
Not Disney?
Disney, if you're into that shit.
Dude, I don't know. I don't give a
Today's episode is brought to you by Turtle Beach. They're the most comfortable headset that I've experienced and even can wear them for hours on end. They also sound great, and especially when you're editing hours upon hours of video looking for those little nuances in sound design, you need a good headset that you can trust. Or even if you're trying to hear that person sneaking up on you in a first-person shooter game. Turtle Beach doesn't just have headsets. They have an amazing product line for all gaming accessories. From racing simulators, keyboards, and even a great line of mice. Get the ultimate in immersive gaming today and head over to turtlebeach.com. And if you use the code PIE, that's right, PIE, you get 10% off your order. So go to turtlebeach.com and don't forget, use the code PIE.
if it gets picked up or not. All I want to do is make money, get a lawyer, and get my kid back. That's the only reason I'm doing any of this shit. The show is it's basically reality TV, right?
It's
where
real
we
reality.
pick a mission and we go and we get it done. Every episode has a goal. First episode, we wanted to figure out what was worse, racism or sexism. Second episode, who shot Trump? Third episode, let's see some tits. Fourth episode, talk to black people with tits on. Fifth episode, stockyards.
That was the mission?
Yeah. We keep it simple. We don't need to complicate things, dude. Everybody's with TV shows. They try to make all these like complicated narratives and make shit up and do bits and skits and all sorts of stupid shit. The only rule of the show is that we keep it real. Well, that's the only thing I care about.
That's what I'm explaining here. It's like Netflix is like $18 billion in debt, and they only make $5 billion a year off of subscriptions.
Right.
So there's no path for them because they're at market. You could easily say that Netflix easily has market penetration, market saturation right now. They are it. If you say, oh, I have a streaming service, you say you have Netflix, right? So they're the most popular, and they're at $5 billion a year, but they're losing subscribers because they've lost a lot of their catalog due to everybody creating their own streaming service.
Shit, right.
So like Netflix used to have all the Marvel movies, but they don't have them anymore because those moved over to Disney.
Oh yeah, that's super interesting.
So
Disney owns them.
Yes.
Disney purchased them.
What? No, Disney just pulled essentially
Look,
renew
my
the
point. The reason I brought up the
license.
reality TV shit is
you're
because
not listening what I'm saying right now.
Well, nobody gives a about Disney. I don't care. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm the market for my show. People like me. And people on YouTube are the people, they want real shit. That's what I'm getting at. Like Danny Duncan, his vlogs, even the ones where he's like, man, he just came up with an idea. He wants to go through it and just run it, you know? Even the ones that aren't like super, super crazy, they're getting millions and millions of views. More people that are Gen Z and millennial know who people like Danny Duncan is than the people on Netflix shows. That's why I don't really care if it gets shopped. I'd rather blow it up and still have independent control and creative control. And the only people I got to answer to is Dan and Ross. They don't give a about anything. Ross is like, just don't go to jail. And if you do, I'll bail you out.
Like, no, it's like got to be profitable. No, what I'm saying is the playing field now is more in your favor than it's ever been because there is this war going on with content and then not spending money on it.
Right.
They want a show that is going to be new and fresh every week.
A cheap two-man show.
That keeps somebody subscribed to their service because they like watching it. Like,
yeah.
So that's it.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm getting at is that I would rather just have, if there was a way I could get it.
But for you to get to a monetization level just on YouTube alone, like, bro, Danny Duncan spent 11 years building what he did. Like, being consistent. 11 years.
Yeah.
Like, you're on month 2. So, getting somebody like Hulu to pick this up now
would skyrocket.
Would blow up popularity.
Yeah.
Maybe they only take it for 2 or 3 seasons and then kick you to the curb.
Go back to where
But now you go back to YouTube and now you have an audience base that can.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying, and on Fantasy Island where I live, because to do what I'm doing, you have to be.
You're the captain of Fantasy Island over here, apparently.
Yeah, bring the energy up. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Jesus Christ. Came in here, you guys are like zombies. He's drunk, doesn't give a shit about anything. I mean, come on.
I'm updating my computer.
Hey, relax, man.
He's drunk. He doesn't give a shit about anything, dude.
I'm updating my computer. All right, drunk ass.
Look at him. He's drunk. He doesn't give a shit about anything.
This is what I'm saying. You need to do this kind of shit, like what you and I do with content. You got to be delusionally, supremely confident and just run it to the gills. Like, just go full berserk. And to do that, you've got to think, okay, I can blow this shit up on YouTube. You can't be pussyfooting around it and be negative or be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I am in regards to streaming services, but in the ideal world, I would have full creative control because those production companies, I assume they take control of stuff when you sell them, right? You sell the show.
It depends how you structure your deal. Every deal is different. Like. Everything's different. I mean, and honestly, you're preaching any creators. Like, no creator goes, man, I really want to sell the show and let them decide how it's going to be good. Like, nobody wants that.
Well, some people don't give a though.
Well, no, your best, I would say your best department leads or studio leads are the ones that buy the creator and let them do what they do. Why? Because no executive knows better than the person that cultivated the actual audience of what you bought. I don't care how much experience you have. I don't care if you were on the ground. Hollywood is full of a lot of people that still rest on accolades that generally weren't even their fault anyway. Like anybody that like created Survivor, attached to, I was one of the creators of Survivor. Like that's great. You didn't know that it was going to blow up, and it blew up just because about timing and what was cool on TV at the time. It doesn't mean that you're an expert at what's going to blow up next. It doesn't mean, it just means you had a win. Great. But now don't touch something that's working.
Dude.
And think that you're going to somehow make it better. Like there's too many people out there that think they know better, but it's like, but you never did this yourself.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's also the people that pivot a lot. You know what I'm saying? When something's working and then they're like, well, maybe we can make it better, and they start tinkering. You just gotta fucking go.
They misalign and think, oh, well, that's going to offend too many people. It's like, is it really? Does it really matter? Or do people just blow over it?
I want to try to get canceled. I don't really care.
Yeah, but I don't even know what does canceling you look like. What can they do?
What are they going to do? Send you back to the streets?
Yeah, what are they going to do? If I can take your shower away?
Dude, you're a asshole.
I'm being legitimate here.
No, I think you're right to a certain degree. I mean, being canceled means that like you're like an event or something you're doing, making money, a contract, something like that. That's canceled.
Well,
we can agree on that.
Being
The definition
canceled
of
is
it.
they try to get you fired from your job,
And then they make you unhireable.
yeah.
Yeah, I would argue that if I was to get anything picked up, what's up, buddy? That the way that somebody could cancel somebody like me that's from YouTube would be to make it so that the content nobody would want to share the content on YouTube. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I mean,
I feel like in order to be canceled, and I do like making fun of you, but this isn't a dig. You have to be something first. Like people get canceled because the internet attacks and annoys whoever their employer is enough to where they're like, this isn't worth.
yeah, you
keeping
wouldn't
this
have a big
person
enough
on.
content.
That's why.
You
That's
can't
why
cancel a
I inserted
YouTuber.
the caveat that if my show was picked up, and then
Dude, if your show's picked up, whoever is picking that show up knows what they're getting. They've got 5 episodes to watch. So if they mistakenly go, well, I didn't know he was going to be crazy shooting a gun in a parking lot and freaking getting pulled over by the police, like that was episode 2.
You know who I think changed that paradigm was Tony Henchcliffe with Kill Tony, and all him getting canceled and all the fallout after that with TMZ and like all those Chinese news outlets sharing it, and then
He got canceled for making fun of Asians?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I never told you this story.
Well, I just don't understand. Like,
Didn't he like follow an Asian comedian and he was like riffing on that comedian?
I will I'll tell this whole story. I cannot believe I've never told you this.
no.
Okay, so if nothing else comes from this podcast, this is the story.
What do you think? We're
Tony
just cutting everything?
Tony Henchcliffe was doing the secret show with Red Band, right? Brian Red Band, a guy that created Rogan's pod and a bunch of other things, Godfather Podcasting. He's a genius. That's who taught me how to do podcasting, essentially. I used to work for Big Laugh Comedy, and I would film Red Band's secret shows on Thursdays at Vulcan. And on this particular Thursday, this kid named Pong Dang, Asian kid, he goes up, he does a set, and he's making fun of white people for like, the whole set, right? And him and Tony are old friends. He'd opened for Tony before. Tony follows him, and he goes up and he goes, "You're a race traitors, that dirty chink." That's what he says. And it's obviously a joke. It's part of a bit. He's following him. But Pong Dang had a guy in the audience that recorded that. And that night, they edited it up, sped it up, chopped it up. They really manipulated the footage to make it seem like he was having sort of like remember when Kramer started yelling the N-word on stage that one time? Yeah. They tried to make it look like that. And then there was basically a coordinated attack with some Chinese news outlets, which is all run by the Chinese government, that was pushed out, and TMZ and a couple other places, and it was like Tony Henchcliffe's canceled, he's racist, blah, blah, blah.
I'd be interested to look at the tier of who owns TMZ.
So Big Laugh Comedy,
that could probably lead to China.
the owner.
Probably. Or BlackRock. It's always BlackRock.
I mean,
it's
dude,
always BlackRock.
that's a thing though. Who fucking
So-
gives a shit about making fun of the Chinese?
So the owner of Big Laugh reaches out to me the next day, and he's like, "Dude, you see what's going on Twitter?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" The video's going viral. People are saying he's racist, which he's not. And I go meet up with him, and he's like, "Dude, do you have that footage?" And I did, because we had shot the show, which that dude I guess didn't realize. So I stitched together the sets. Well, Pong Dang's entire set and then Tony's entire set, sent it to his management. I think Tony gave it to Ari, or somebody gave it to Ari Shafir, and Ari Shafir posted it with that. It's on YouTube. The title's like "What the Media Doesn't Tell You" or whatever.
Yeah.
And it blew up, and then people realized, oh, this was like a hit job. Pong Dang had it out for him, and then Tony was vindicated, and that's how I met him. Dude, I was at Habana Soco, this Cuban spot on South Congress, and I was with at the time my girlfriend and like Cargill and them. And I used to always wear this black Faust Media shirt because I was like, just brand recognition. I went outside to go get a cigarette, and I hear, "Gary, are you Gary Faust?" And I turn around, and it's Tony Henchcliffe. He's like, "I love you, dude. You saved my ass, blah, blah." Nicest thing, he's ever said to me. And he calls it the Zapruder film. Like it wasn't, it didn't take any skill or anything like that. It's happened to be in the right place at the right time. The reason though of telling the story is that I think that when he was uncanceled because of that, that was the last time anybody was like, there was a real attempt on someone to be canceled.
I don't know.
I think there was maybe something with Chappelle in there, and maybe
People always try it. I mean, they try it all the time.
I'm saying that was the tipping point, the threshold where it moved over to.
I don't think anybody cares anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what
people
happened.
are just like over it. Again, like I'm going to go back to why do we give a shit about making fun of the Chinese? There's 80 times more of them than us. We're the minority.
Yeah. But now Kill Tony's like kind of a bastion of free speech, I think, over at Mothership.
The Chinese.
I say it every episode almost. Wait till you see when we introduce Hans Kim. We got all
good.
Actually, he's Korean. Hans is awesome.
Korean.
He's got his van.
Whoa, they got good barbecue.
Okay, South Korea. I like South Korea. North Korea, not so much.
Yeah, let's nuke him. But dude, Hans has his van parked at the studio, and when I was shooting that Keurig, I think one of the bullets ricocheted off and hit his van.
Good.
Yeah, I told him.
Why is his van parked at the studio?
All he said was, didn't care at all. He's a lunatic, dude. He's the best, dude. You know they go play basketball every Tuesday?
No.
Yeah. Hans is like a baller.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have expected that. Something I can't do. I would never get into that.
Wouldn't want to.
I know. I don't know.
Why would you want to play basketball?
I don't know. I mean,
It's the dumbest sport ever.
why would you want to do circles in the driveway?
Why would you want to do that? No, that's awesome. By the way, every time I go to the studio, I whip donuts in the back, and I've totally destroyed my tires.
That doesn't destroy tires.
No, they're
No, gravel will f your tires up.
they're bare now. Like every time I pull out of somewhere, it's like
Yeah,
even
but
if I'm
that's
going like
because
real
every
slow.
time you pull someone out of somewhere, you like literally are burning your tires on the cement.
Yeah.
They're bare because you wear them out.
Yeah, whatever the reason is, now, whenever
So
I
you're
go
saying you need
anywhere,
a tire-
even if I'm going real slow, it just makes a burnout noise now.
I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with your truck.
Not spray paint anymore.
Not today. Not right now.
That truck's badass, dude. It's invincible. I got hit by a drunk driver. Somebody smashed the window out. Somebody spray painted it. The radiator had to get
Didn't
replaced.
you have a
It's leaking
drunk
oil.
stripper drive you somewhere and then she wrecked her car?
Well, yeah. She should have been driving my truck, dude. It would have been fine. Well, nothing would have happened. It would have just bounced right off.
Who's the lucky lady of this week?
Dude, I don't have time for women.
Wow.
Women weaken legs, JT. It's a quote from Rocky.
I would have guessed it was from the Bible.
Women weaken legs. We need those tattoos.
Oh, yeah. Just a pair of legs and some boxing gloves. I had it right here, dude.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it, dude. Hey, look, so here's another little funny tidbit behind the scenes, if you will.
Behind the scenes, if
you
you
know
will.
that chick from the strip club episode? The blonde chick?
Yes.
So I didn't know that she was still talking to her baby daddy, you know?
Yeah. So she was in a relationship.
I had no idea. She didn't tell me. And I went over to her house after whatever.
The hoopla. When the hoopla got over.
Dude, I was over there. We're hanging out. We're hanging out. And
Hanging out.
Dude, I guess somehow like butt dialed her baby daddy, and he heard us talking, and he
did it on purpose.
Dude, I kind of think that she was trying to get me killed. I think it was the Chinese government. But dude,
If the Chinese government wanted to take you out, going through strippers would definitely be the quickest way.
Yeah, that's why I'm swearing off of them.
No more strippers?
I can't afford it.
That's
I don't
a
have the
lie
time.
because I just saw a screenshot of you and someone in the studio very late in the evening yesterday. I mean, but that's Mama, I guess.
Yeah.
That's Mama stripper.
Yeah,
She don't
She's
count.
saved in my phone as stepmommy. Don't ask.
What a sweet girl she is.
She's an angel, dude.
I know.
She really is.
angel.
She's a sweetheart.
Perfect angel.
Dude. All the photos. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to implicate myself.
Don't implicate
I'm
yourself.
not gonna. I won't. I never do.
You mean all the photos?
Everything I'm saying is a lie.
Wait, all the photos she sends me, you took? Wait a minute. Could you imagine?
That's why I'm not sleeping. I'm just at night. I'm taking naked photos of.
Dude, this is a new game for you and I now. I'm going to infiltrate somebody and just keep having them send you pictures, but they're all pictures I took.
Yeah. Just take photos.
And tell you like 2 months later. You're not going to the Marine Corps ball, dude.
What?
You're not going to the Marine Corps ball.
I'll do whatever I want, man.
Dude, nobody's going to
Dan's gonna line me up with like
female
an actual
Marine.
I mean, you have some pull in the military community. You can put a bounty.
I will. So do not take this man to the fucking Marine Corps ball.
Add some incentive. Put some.
I mean, actually, I think
You'll
you
buy
should
whoever stops him from entering the building a log of zins.
I mean, I think it'd be funnier to try and get him to go to the Lejeune Bowl.
What's that?
I mean, as long as he has to travel somewhere to just not get in the building, I'm in.
Yeah, but he's traveling to Lejeune. Imagine his poor Marine date trying to get him on base, and they just run his rap sheet. They're like, this guy has warrants.
Speaking of which, the rap sheet's on the back of that shirt. Ross had me write all my crimes down. Asshole. Ross is nuts, dude. I didn't know him well until I started working over there. He's out of his mind. I love it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're having fun.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at Gary.
I've never worked for somebody that I like understood what I was trying to do before, ever. I've been fired from every job I've ever had.
That's an accomplishment.
No, it's pathetic.
Is it?
Yeah. It is.
Have you ever been fired from somewhere?
Subway.
Yeah, but you're like,
What,
You
for
weren't even
touching
18
those
then.
kids?
McDonald's. What?
you weren't even 18 then.
Yeah. I was fired from Subway for throwing bell peppers in the air and cutting them with a knife.
Well, I guess since then, your only jobs have been military and coffee.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you can't get fired.
I mean, I've been just not paid before. Like, people asked me to do something, and I did it, and then they listened to like 1/10 of the 10 steps that I gave them to, and then they were like, "You didn't give us good advice." I go, "You only did one of the things I told you to do. What do you expect?"
What? Because they didn't do what you said, and then
I don't know, man. I've been brought on to different things, like other businesses where they want to try and build an influencer program or sponsor people and things like that. And I start mapping it out how to do it, and they're just like,
they don't
we
listen
can't do
to it.
that. Yeah, they're like, well, we can't do that, or I don't know how to do that. And it's like, well, then
oh, dude, negative energy kills
you don't
any
want the
creative project.
you don't want the program. Then
Yeah.
know what you're asking for, I guess.
Yeah, also micromanagement. When people micromanage, like what you were saying about hands off on projects that you want to flourish.
Yeah.
When you micromanage something or, try to force, like being contrived, like forcing something to happen.
Yeah, and half the time there's no real reason for it.
It's
Other
all
than-
ego and
Yeah,
pride. And
it's
shit,
like, why even concern yourself?
Let 'em
If
fly. Let 'em
yeah,
spread their wings and
if
fly.
somebody's got a project, like just let it go. gets it off your plate.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's you want to do it.
Or it's
you want it
something
your
that's,
way.
unless it's something that's gonna,
For the greater good.
implicate.
For the greater good, Gary.
Yeah, always. It's the only reason I do any of this. For the greater good, for the American people.
Strong women make weak knees. Wait.
Strong women will break your knees.
Knees will be women. Strong.
Find a woman with strong knees.
Find a woman
That's
with
what I got out
strong
of this.
knees.
Let's get that tattooed, dude. Just a woman's knee on your bicep.
No.
Trust me. I've got a lot of good tattoos. I'm the guy to ask.
A lot of people ask me, Gary Faust, how do I fix my credit score?
My credit score is an 800. Yeah, you thought you were being funny, huh? Turns out you were wrong.
I mean, you don't need to be rich to have a good credit score.
No.
The fuck does
You just
that
have to
do with
not
anything?
use credit.
Or you just have to pay the bills that you signed up for.
Yeah,
on
no
time.
shit.
I mean, is your child support on that credit report?
No.
Wow.
Of course
Should
not.
be. Should be.
You got any other zingers? Any other good ones? Kojak? And Dumb and Dumber in here. What's going on? Jesus.
The face is already dumb. Just swing for it again.
He's drunk. You just woke up. Jesus Christ. This is crazy, dude. I just did Lasers Pod the other day, and it was like the same thing. I showed up, and everybody was really high.
Oh, that's no fun, dude.
And I just,
Because
they
they're
were like,
slow.
they were lost.
They're like,
low energy, limp dick shit.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Well,
I deal with the
to be
cards
fair,
they're
I've
dealt.
been on heavy painkillers for a week. I'm still just.
Oh,
numb.
is that why you're out of it right now?
Yeah, dude. I've been on hard drugs.
Why didn't you say?
How do you not know that? I just said this is
Well,
the first day
I can
can
tell
walk.
you're acting
This
weird.
is the first day I've been able to walk for a week.
Today's the first day you've been able to walk.
I have not left the couch.
So
since
when you were
Sunday.
walking yesterday, that was fake. It was a lie.
I wasn't walking yesterday.
Yeah, well, now that I think about it, I guess you probably weren't.
I was laying on a couch. You dick.
So you're just
Look, I
fried.
haven't even been on Instagram. Like I've just disappeared
Dude,
from everything.
now that I think about it, you were texting me some insane shit.
Yes, because I'm out of it, dude. I was
Well,
on,
hey,
I was on a cocktail.
Hey, my apologies.
Yeah.
Sir Transington.
Sir Saddington, I presume.
Yeah, you seem like you're.
I was donking out.
Dude.
Oh yeah, I was in a lot of pain. Like I had a method. It was like an old fashioned, a 10 milligram THC seltzer.
Yeah.
And a fucking.
And then you started
Tramadol.
texting me, man. ET's, if you spell his name backwards, it's Michael Jackson's phone number.
No,
or
no,
whatever.
I told you. Me and Elon Musk were sequencing the DNA from ET's light up finger. And when we printed it out, it was the map of Epstein's Island. And when we reversed the sequence and printed that out, it was Michael Jackson's phone number.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get off the painkillers.
Well, I can walk again. I don't need them anymore. It's just going to take a few days. You know what I noticed too? When you're on pain meds, you can't sing in tune.
Yeah, no shit.
I can't find the tune.
Dude, when I went to Mexico 2-3 years ago, I bought a bunch of Tramadol.
Yeah.
I snuck back of it, and because I got I have a couple of chronic injuries that just keep coming back, mainly my foot and hip from robbing those strippers, and I thought that while I was on the Tramadol, I was like, yeah, things are going great. Like, I thought everything was cool. It was all good. And then I realized I was completely out of my mind.
Yeah.
And that the only drugs I should ever take
It's Tramadol.
is speed.
Oh.
Because I just don't get enough sleep. If I didn't work so much and I was able to get sleep, I probably wouldn't take as much. You know what I mean?
So,
I'm addicted to it.
Transincorn.
I have to take it, dude. I'm addicted to speed, man. It's the only thing that keeps me from drinking.
Yeah, that is true.
Sadly.
But it has kept you. But it doesn't keep your filthy little mitts off my princess.
Yeah. Look, dude, she's over your bullshit. All right.
That woman
Actually, I don't know.
That woman gets 0 of my bullshit.
No,
Are you
I'm
kidding?
gonna
That
be-
woman gets the best behavior on the planet.
I don't want to burst your bubble or anything, but
What bubble are you bursting right now with this Matthew McConaughey horse shit? You look like Wish.com McConaughey.
yeah, my hairline's going away. It's running away.
I don't want to burst your
Looks
bubble.
like 2 cul-de-sacs meeting for the first time.
I don't want to burst your bubble. Guy. That old Tiffany on the plane Gomez is coming home with Papa. You're going to clip this and send it to her, aren't you?
Yeah. Hey, look, JT's lost his mind.
He's
You're
lost
all
it.
mine.
Look at it. You default to me.
Yeah, baby. No, she's cool as hell, dude.
She's amazing.
I'm actually like kind of whatever. I don't want to get into it, dude.
He's drunk.
Dave.
He's
dude.
drunk, dude.
Wasted.
He's
Like,
hammered.
I'm telling you, I don't think this is recording. There's no numbers going.
Oh, we've been recording.
Yeah, no, it's
And we're good.
Yeah, we could probably wrap this up.
Yeah, we hit it.
yeah.
That's it.
Delete it.
Time for pie needs no more Gary.
I'd never want to do this again.
Sold.